God was right. Union County is the least of all evils. While 11 months in Union County, I encountered maybe 15 bullies. And only 3 weeks visiting another place, you're not going to believe this. I was told about a warming shelter that stayed open all night at a courthouse.
December of 2017.
Well, it did. For somebody else, not for me. Listen. Hi. I was told that the cold shelter would be open tonight.
Yeah, it'll be open all weekend.
All weekend, okay.
And the downstairs will be open.
You got time to show me around? Or is it just open and you can go wherever you want to go?
Restroom up here for the women.
So there's no restroom down here for women? Oh my.
You can't get up the stairs?
I'm in a wheelchair. I don't know how I'm going to even get down there.
Okay, because there won't be anyone here.
Yeah, I can take care of myself. Yeah.
For the chairlift.
Yeah. Well, y'all don't have a chairlift here anyway.
We do in the back, but we have to have a key for it. And this is the only door that's going to be unlocked.
Yeah, that's why I come in here to see if I can make it or not. That's not too many steps. Oh, yeah, okay, great, wonderful, wonderful.
There's also, the back door won't be open, so if you want to come out, you have to come back to the stairs and go out this door. That's the only door that will be unlocked.
I understand. That's why I come here to see if it's makeable. 5 o'clock. What kind of time can I come in?
Anytime they're going to be unlocked from. We leave at 6:30, so they'll be unlocked all night.
Oh, okay.
All weekend.
What is today?
Today's Thursday.
Oh, okay.
They'll be unlocked all night.
Oh, okay.
All weekend.
What is today?
Today's Thursday.
Oh, okay. Oh, so I could bring my stuff in then. Right?
After the employees leave.
Okay. Okay. It's doable. Oh. Better than freezing, ain't it?
That's right.
Thank God y'all do that. I don't know anybody else in the area that does that.
We do it in the wintertime, and we do it when we have storms. Like in the spring and the summer, if there's storms, so people can come up here.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Someone that was knowledgeable, and this cold shelter was going to be open all night. Okay? So I came back, and I met these nice ladies. But as I was coming, a sheriff came out and told me it was only going to be open for me. I mean, going to be open for 3 or 4 hours.
He said I could only warm up for 3 or 4 hours. The judge said so.
Okay? That's after I'd done been there to check it out. All of a sudden, I could stay there and warm up for 3 or 4 hours, and this was at 4:30 in the afternoon. Yes. Listen on. Listen, some of them nice ladies left me some snacks downstairs and left me a donation. I didn't get it. There was no point in me dragging my stuff in for 3 or 4 hours and having to leave at 8 o'clock at night. I asked one of the deputies if it was okay to park my truck there. He said, well, if you straighten it up a little bit. It was still between the lines. And then he told me to park it somewhere else. It was, about a block away. Not very nice of them. Listen on. I was sitting begging at this unnamed place. A lady come up. Wonderful, wonderful lady. Not all government's infected. Not in the country, not yet. Listen. After I left, I came back about 10 minutes later, and they completely closed that shelter. And that's when it was going to be in the single digits. No, I'm not kidding. So the next day, I saw one of the ladies that I spoke to. Now, I happened to like his place. And the civilians have been really nice to me. Most of them.
You must have said a little prayer.
Well,
Here's you some coffee.
I don't drink coffee, but thank you.
Oh,
Keep it. You keep it.
okay, well, there's
you.
you a breakfast.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
That's the list of warming centers. I talked to you at the courthouse yesterday.
I went up there, and they told me, no, it's for 3-4 hours. The first time I went up there, they told me I could spend the night. It doesn't make sense to open it for 2 or 3 hours.
No, that puts you out in the night.
Yeah. So I went up there, and the sheriff and him up there said, no, it's just for 2 or 3 hours. And I'm like, I had then got my blanket and everything. I was going to go in.
Yeah, I was leaving when you were coming.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. That's right, sweetie.
Yeah.
I can't drive this far.
Oh, no.
I can't drive this far.
Okay.
I'm looking at, here you go, honey. If you know anybody that's got a,
Okay, well, I'll still pray for you.
thank you. God bless you. Yeah, that don't make no sense to open up it for 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah. Were you able to get in the basement to the snacks? Oh, no.
And then they closed it right on up after telling me that it was up.
Well, they would have let me in. Let me correct that. But he said it was just for 3 or 4 hours, so there was no point in me struggling to get down there.
Remember I told you I was going up there? 4:30. It don't make no sense to open it up at 4:30 for a couple of hours.
No.
I don't know what happened. Guess they don't like me.
No. That's strange.
So you didn't see anybody else there? Or
No. Well, when I talked on the phone to the lady, I called from up here, she said it was open all night. I had 4 or 5 people tell me it's open all night.
Yeah.
But when I got there to go in, no, it's only there for a couple of hours.
I thought you were going in when I was leaving.
I was till they told me it was just for a couple of hours. I mean, that's not going to do no good.
No.
What's the point?
Yeah. That'll put you out in the night.
Yeah.
That's from 4:30 to, 6 or 7 or 8 when it's starting to get really cold.
So that don't make no sense. Yeah.
No.
But after I talked to you, they came out and told me that. I thought that one was plumb mean.
Wow.
well,
I saw the sheriff come out, but I didn't know what he said.
I've been parking on the side of the road, and I just got told where to go. I'm not gonna cry. Because anywhere I go, I'm trespassing.
yeah. I thought you said the police said you could stay here, though.
No, I can sit here in the daytime.
And if I have permission from the property owner, which I did at the time.
In the daytime, not at night.
About you parking up at the library on the street?
Oh, I'm sure the cops ain't gonna let me do that. I mean, you see, I have to be kind of in the country
Yeah.
because I have a potty in the back to use the bathroom, and I have a bedpan.
Think you could get to one of these places?
That's too far away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, it was nice of her to look up all these warming shelters, but if I drove that far, guess what? They were closed or they were full. There would be some excuse for me not to be able to be in there. That's it. I'm not stubborn. I just happen to know the truth because I've investigated them. Now, this small town had a warming shelter till I got there and needed it. I was told by the sheriff, no, it's not recorded, I should have, that the judge told him it was for 3 or 4 hours. Listen on.
What is your name? Last night, the warming centers come up on the news. I was like, why didn't I get on the
But they closed it.
internet?
They closed it down here, so I couldn't go in.
Yeah. No, not the one here, but the
Oh
ones
yeah, those are too far. And,
we don't have anything local, you know, and that's a storm shelter or something.
yeah, well, different people that live here told me about it
Yeah.
and told me it was open. I went there to see if I could get down the 7 steps, and I figured I could.
Yes.
And she said, yeah, it's open from 4:30 till the morning. I said, what time you close in the morning? She said she didn't know. But then when I
Well, I
came,
saw Wayne come out and talk to you, the sheriff, but I didn't know what he was saying.
he told me
I'd asked him about my tax bill, if I could pay the tax bill over the weekend as I was leaving. But I just thought you went in. I didn't know.
no, they closed it.
Was the sheriff the one who told you?
It was Wayne. Yeah.
He told me I couldn't stay except for a couple hours. That, you know,
I'm not sure why.
Yeah, because everybody else told me, and when I called up there, it stays open all night. I don't know. I'm just doing the best to help me out. Yeah. This far, I've been homeless 10 months.
Where are you from?
Shelters that I've looked into are day shelters only. You have to get out at night. They're full. I don't qualify for many reasons.
Using the bathroom somewhere.
Okay. Or where's my town?
Or at the library.
Couple times through town.
I know. Y'all been absolutely wonderful. I have been to some places that they're...
I understand.
I even put this on here. May God bless you with kindness and good health.
Yeah.
But,
where's your dog? You have a sure.
People donate food and money, and I have to put it in gas and toilet paper and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. And then if she says no, she can't. Oh,
that's some money.
God bless you.
There was some money in the basement of the courthouse with your snacks.
Really?
That our co-workers left for you.
Oh, God bless you. Not everybody hates you.
Well, I mean, you couldn't get to it, and I hate that. Because you couldn't get to it.
Well, I can get down there.
Can't you go and get it back?
Well, let me go up there and see if anybody's up there. If the door's open, I can get it.
Yeah, just get it.
Oh, God
I'll go
bless
get
you.
it.
God
Okay?
bless you. Thank you. It's wonderful. Thank you, God. Thank you, Holy Lord. Thank you, God. All the people are good still.
I'll get it back when I go to work on Monday.
So some good government people at a courthouse left me some snacks at the cold shelter and left me a donation.
Now, I don't know what's been told to them about me, but I'm sure somebody's turned them against me by now, because that's what they do. Well, God will bless those good folks, and God will get those bad folks. You can believe that.
Bag, or in that basket.
Oh, thank you so much.
We knew you were coming, and they said you were coming.
And I don't know.
We had some snacks at our desk and stuff, nothing special.
Everything's special, darling.
And she said, well, I'm going to put some money in there. And she
her.
put a note in there that said, have a snack, have a hot meal, God bless you, something else, I forgot. But yeah, she put a note in there, and I had the maintenance guy set it out on the table for you.
Yeah, and then the sheriff come out and said, no, you can't.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
Well, he said 3 or 4 hours, so I wasn't going to get my walker and go down there for 3 or 4 hours.
So,
I mean, I'm not wanted by the police.
Yeah.
Obviously.
That'd be the last place for to go is the courthouse.
Yeah, and I thought it would be safe, for my truck. Nobody would vandalize it or anything.
Right.
But God bless y'all so much for showing some
problem.
love.
No problem. And I will definitely.
Because I am Kentucky born.
I understand.
Y'all my peoples.
Yeah. Well, I'll keep you in my prayers, Paula.
Thank you, darling. Tell everybody.
Be very careful.
I'm trying, darling.
Okay.
Tell everybody thank you.
I will.
Now, the sheriff came out as I was getting stuff to bring in and said, the judge said I could stay there for only 3 or 4 hours. Now, whoever the judge is or whatever, the Lord rebuke you. Now, these people were very nice, but there's always a bully. And that's just the truth. Oh, it gets better than this. Oh, it gets better than this. About a week later, I go to this place to check my email because I'm trying to hear from my daughter, which I already know what that's going to be. A real sweet girl comes in, hands me some money, and said she has a house I can stay at. Well, I'll let you hear some of it yourself. Listen.
The water line busted yesterday. And it's I just had a place to park. Yeah, park there. I think we're just gonna park there and I'll tell Ray O'Neill get the cheapest place up here. He's been watching the place, making sure you don't have break-ins there. Well, I have security. I have security for the mines. Yeah.
just said her mom wanted to speak to me. Okay, she was in a silver truck. Listen on. So she gives me something in writing that I can stay on her property. I go out to speak to her mom briefly, and her mom tells me, go silent for SSI. But then she says her mom said that she handled it just fine. That's because she was recording me, I believe, and then she sent the recording to her mom that's in the truck. I don't care, but listen. Now her mom said her mom said that she handled it well, that she didn't need to speak to me. Now her mom and the grandmother, I'm told later by the police, have control of the house. She gave me permission to say that. Listen, now I'm headed out anyway, and the mom gets out of the truck and comes up and tells me that there's some apartments, and I told her I don't qualify, and listen on. God bless you, darling. Thank you. The first row behind, there's some apartments down here in town. Honey, I want to put my check off. I don't have any money, and you think no time. Okay, got your money.
Social Security office under the Obama administration.
Shelters won't take me because I'm handicapped, and I have no income.
Now, I talked to the girl, and she told me, and wrote these names down, and said everybody knowed about me staying at the house. That's what she told me. It's recorded.
Obama cut it off. No, they didn't. He cut right off. Yes, ma'am. I'll show you the paper. Go back to reapply. I've done all that. It's all, somebody messed with my records. Well, when I said I done all that, I meant I studied all that. No, I didn't go reapply. But the Obama administration rules over Social Security office. So when I say Obama done it, it was during his administration. The Social Security actually cut it off in 2016. But she said, no, he didn't. So I told her by the time I got it, I'd be dead anyway. Well, she stormed off because she knowed I didn't sign up. I wasn't going to sign up. Then I go to the place where I have written permission to be at, and I make one video that I'm sitting in the little garage shed there. Then a lady pulls up in a red and black car and says that she's her mom. So who was this lady in this silver truck? There's two different people. And then the police come up and tell me I gotta leave. Listen. Well, I got her permission to be here, right? You want to read it? Okay, sweetheart. Okay, she said that she's had break-ins before, and I'm kind of like her security. But I got it in writing if you want to see it, honey. That's fine. I'm not a criminal. Yeah, she told me. Yeah. And I told her, I said, well, if I see anything, you know, more than likely if somebody tries to do anything, they'll see my truck and they'll keep going. But you're welcome to. Okay, sweetheart. Nice to meet you, Donna. Bye-bye.
Now, her plate had guess on it. It looked like Guess.
Now, the nice girl that let me stay at the house told me that the person that she was with was her mom. But this woman, Donna, says that she's her mom. Well, I think that was her grandmother that was with her. And I believe this Donna, what you're going to see in this video, is the real mom. Now, the police come up and tell me, listen,
The police is here, and I've got permission to be here. What now?
How are you this afternoon?
I'm just Peachy. Oh.
I just spoke with Miss Yes, the lady that wrote the note for you to be here.
Felicity?
Felicity? Yes. I just spoke with her on the phone, and her mother and grandmother are the ones that actually have control of this property. And they do not want you here, so Miss Yes asked me if I would come by and tell you that you cannot stay here.
Alrighty, I'll go.
Alright?
Alright, thank you.
Alright, sorry for the trouble.
It'll take me a few minutes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright.
So again, I'm allowed to be somewhere until I say I'm not signing up for SSI. And then I'm run off by the police. They're just doing their job. This ain't about the police. This is about being lied to, being lied on. Now, the nice girl was with her grandmother, and she told me that she talked to all these people that's on this piece of paper, and everything was fine. Now, the girl offered me to go into the house. I told her no. Stand in my truck, I'll be fine. I believe they wanted me to unpack my truck and move in, and then they was going to tell me to get out. Does that sound familiar? But I didn't do that. I sat in my truck. And I got a major blessing that day. I'm not going to tell you what. And more bullies are exposed. So you see, I went to the small town. Didn't bother nobody. I met a whole lot of nice people. But I encountered some bullies. My first encounter was a green-eyed woman. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add that to it. This is my first encounter with a bully in this small town. Listen. Well, I couldn't find that, but I'll put the video up second after this. It's called Green-Eyed Devil and Cop. So you see, they like to play with you. Now the girl had made everything okay with everybody, and she put their names on this paper, and she gave it to me in writing. But then the woman come up in the red and black, the black car with the red and black tag. And I told you she was trouble as soon as she pulled in. Then I had to leave. I happen to know for a fact some of them devils out there, they're getting rid of their red vehicles and they're getting white vehicles. You're going to have to start using your senses. I still got blessed. And they got exposed. Yep. The majority of the people I met at this small place are wonderful people. Of course, I had to run into bullies. Imagine that.
To those that caused me harm, and I believe it was intentional, the Lord rebuke you. The Lord rebuke you in this world and the next. But if by chance these people aren't bullies, and they were bullied, well, again, the Lord's going to have to deal with you. Now, why would this young lady give me permission to stay there and give me all this information if it wasn't on the up and up? Well, either it was on the up and up and they got bullied and made me get out. Imagine that. Or they're bullies and they wanted to play with the broke down old homeless woman, the real Christian. Oh, God don't like ugly. Sometimes it's right in front of your face.